self-serving, persuasive talkers
of everything and nothing.
We are conversation con artists. What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. On Point.
And I am Calamity Red.
And we are conversation con artists back for another episode.
Meet me in the trap. It's going down. We gonna talk about Jock.
But I ain't going to no trap.
I ain't either. Can you see me in a fucking trap?
You the one that said it.
I'm singing a song. I obviously would not fit in a trap. It wouldn't go well.
You got red hair. Hood rat chicks have red hair.
Did you just on the slide call me a hood rat chick?
No, I mean clearly hood rat. Being a hood rat takes a lot of internal qualities that you don't have. But see, you from the outside could pass for a hood rat chick. Except the red ain't in like big fat ass braids and shit.
And it's my hair. It's not like.
Well, don't nobody believe it's your hair. No way.
Well, that's true. Yeah, that happens a lot. Which I just be like, okay, girl, you right. It ain't my hair. I'm lying.
Yeah.
Because who are you to fuck for me to lie to?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway, we have some guests with us today. We have the Gubmint Name podcast. Gentlemen, y'all can introduce yourselves.
These niggas are back again.
What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Cole Jackson. We came back again.
It was very hard for me to be quiet during that whole exchange of her being a hood rat chick while she's wearing chucks and red hair. But hey, I'm the one and only Shogun. You
got a point.
I do have one.
I mean, it was like, yo, I want to chime in, but they ain't introduced us yet.
Chucks ain't hoodish.
Nigga. You can wear chucks with a suit, but most of the time they in the hood.
I got a
swinging on the telephone.
I got a ton of chucks.
I do too, but I'm just saying, you ain't a hood rat chick, but his point was kind of valid.
All I need is what?
Oh, no.
All he needed was him. All he needed was him.
Nothing.
Some of y'all know that song.
It's a Cash Money song called Hood Rat Chick, ain't it?
Yeah. I need a hood rat chick.
No.
That's not
Give
it?
me a project chick. Give me a hood rat bitch.
The fact that you actually know that music because you have a website is called bynkradio.net. You can go on that radio station and listen to all.
You can't hear that though.
What can you hear on the radio station?
Indian underground hip hop top 42.
Sorry for putting
you got me
putting our ads on here.
Yeah. We guess. You can't be doing that.
Hey.
Wipe your feet before you go in the door.
Look, what I need y'all to do is go to www.conversationconartist.com. Check out our current episode with articles linked to the stories we talk about, our old episodes, as well as being able to leave us some feedback on our mail link. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. MISTER_on-point.
And I can be found at Red_Calamity on Twitter and on Instagram as well. Where y'all niggas at?
Because you be tweeting.
You
can find me as Real Shogun Beats on Twitter and on Instagram.
Oh, I got the complicated one, so I go last. You can find me on Twitter at ColeJackson12. You can find me on Instagram at ColeJackson_BYNK.
Why you had to have two different ones?
Oh, because ColeJackson12 was already took on Instagram.
Imposters, man.
I know.
Macaroni niggas.
Imposters.
Oh, wait. We got an Instagram, too. Check out our Instagram, our podcast Instagram.
The Gubmint Name podcast. There you go. Yeah.
All right. We're still doing this letter portion of the show. So, if you have a question that you would like for us to answer on the show, you can send it in through the website, or you can send it in through our Gmail account, which is conversationconartists with an S at gmail.com. And the question for today that all of us will be answering is, what are some reasons that you have stayed in a bad relationship?
Damn.
I'm staring at.
Like somebody want to answer that.
What makes a relationship bad, though?
Nah, that's a 3-hour long conversation, bro.
You name it. Like,
you name it.
Greens, beans, tomatoes.
Honestly, what makes you stay in a bad relationship is being comfortable. You know, you feel familiar. You sure that you know it's gonna be there. It's always there. So. For me, that's what made me stay.
I haven't stayed because of comfort, because it was uncomfortable as fuck. I stayed because it was bad. Like, I stayed because of me more than him, I would say. Like, I was...
It's a pride thing?
not a pride thing. It was the opposite of that, actually. Like, this was during a time in my life when I wasn't the most confident of people, and so like in my head, like even being able to pull him at all was like, oh shit. So I know, and so I was like, I'm gonna hold on to this because this makes me feel good about myself.
But then you start losing that grip. You know what I mean?
Shit, I never had that nigga.
I never had that shit.
I never had that nigga at all. So it was more like shit that was going on with me that I stayed in it than, and the thing that made me decide to finally leave was cheating. So.
Oh yeah.
These dudes be having relationships set up like a jigsaw from Saw. Like they set the fuckery up and you just fuck yourself up getting up in that bitch.
That's the key. There's some way somebody's belly. You gonna cut it open or what you
They got this big ass box with a heart in it and you reach in trying to get it and then you can't pull your goddamn hand out
Hypodermic
now.
needles and everything stabbing into you. Bear
fucked up.
trap, yeah.
Pretty much.
So was a fucked up ass movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Series.
of movies. They made about
I
7
didn't
of
go
them.
past 3. So.
It wasn't like 7 or 8
Yeah,
of
it's
them.
about
I was watching one of them and I could deal with most of the shit, but they had
gratuitous
one
gore.
where they were in an old pig factory or something,
Ew.
and the person got caught in a little bin where they grind the pigs up, and it was a bunch of raw pigs just going over, and they were just being ground up and going in their mouth and stuff.
Oh,
I was like,
hell the fuck no.
I was like, this series is over for me.
I love pig. I love bacon.
Me
But
too.
it has to be cooked.
Here we go.
I hear our resident
Okay,
Muslim,
listen.
our resident
Look.
Muslim Cole Jackson.
Look, Muhammad, okay? I'm sorry that you don't like pigs. And I'm sorry if I offend your people in talking about pigs.
Damn, your people? Is that how we doing it?
Muhammad.
I don't eat pork. I'm sorry.
And you don't fuck with the cops. Fuck the cops.
We're getting off topic. Just talk about the damn letter, please.
So what keeps you in a bad relationship?
Or has
Oh,
kept
me?
you.
I thought it was on point turn, but
A woman that won't stop eating pork.
Powerful Cole.
I've never seen you flustered, man.
Because y'all don't think every time it comes to the pork conversation, everybody look
I don't
at
think it's
Cole.
just the pork though.
Damn y'all. For me, damn. I guess honestly, I just stayed in a bad relationship because the sex was good.
Yeah,
Ain't
raw
gonna
ass,
lie.
man.
It was that good. I was just like, I can go through it. Fuck it.
Right.
As long as I can keep on getting it.
That's
I'm
such
good.
a nigga.
Then what leads to the
That's
destruction?
a real
of it?
answer though.
If the sex was that good, why you would be here forever and dealing with all kind of bullshit?
Because sometimes when you get to a certain point where you just like, I just can't go out with this motherfucker no more. Like, I can't go out in public with this person no more because we just can't.
We all done had that
we
one
can't get
person that
along.
had good sex, and then
You know
you like,
what I'm
we
saying?
don't vibe other than this.
Yeah, like,
I mean,
we
I-
don't really, this ain't really good.
I have. I at least say
I
that
ain't
shit.
never stayed with nobody behind that
Exactly.
shit,
You ain't
though.
go nowhere with him. He did.
It's so stupid.
I'm being honest.
No, I mean, you know, when you figure out that like it's really like the sex
Toxic.
that's making you stay,
Yeah.
and then you be like, we don't have a good conversation a lot of the times. When we go out, I don't want to be seen with this motherfucker like I want to.
That's
and then it's
terrible.
and then when you get home, it's just like, you want to watch a movie? No, I'd rather just fuck. Okay, well, let's just do that. We ain't gonna spend no quality time other than that. I mean, it's very, I don't know what's the word, but it's kind of dumb to me. So
I'm sure the listeners have had some relationships like that. So if they have, I want them to write in a letter to the Conversation Con Artist.
look at you, boy. You good.
Shit, on Gubmint Name podcast.
No, I want y'all to read letters like that. we being honest. We done said, yeah, I don't fucked a few and stayed with them.
I mean, sex was a component of why I stayed in my situation, but
What's wrong with y'all?
we're
men.
Sorry, Red, that we don't have a vagina.
And we're honest.
I am honest.
So you, all right, never
The
mind.
implication there is that
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
lying.
it is not brand new that sex is a high
I know.
fucking acquisition for men.
I know.
Damn near number one.
I guess I just thought higher of you people.
Well, we
I mean,
appreciate
what else can we-
that.
to be honest, as a guy, it ain't really a lot that's gonna keep us in a bad relationship.
Be clean. Don't be messy. Like starting drama and shit.
Yeah.
And sex. That's about all I need.
I mean, yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
Just answering the question.
make sure your body staying on top of your body.
I mean,
So much testosterone.
Sorry, Red.
The relationship that I stayed in was a relationship in which I was cheated on, but at the time that I was in, I didn't know that I had been cheated on for a minute.
Dang.
I suspected something from sex being different,
yeah.
and I confronted her about it, and she said, "No, that ain't what's going on."
Yeah.
And then she came out with it, and I was like, "Well, I suspected it.
Yeah.
I confronted it." But
That's real shit.
I still didn't break up. I still stayed in the relationship. A main part of that is because the relationship was pretty much over before that. But I was living like 30 minutes away, so just coming there, hanging out with her, having sex, just became a matter of comfort.
Routine, yeah.
She was doing her own thing, and so I stayed in that relationship. That was a part of it was sex, but a part of it was I still did care about her enough to not just drop her like that, But that was a major component of it too.
You always gonna care about your exes, regardless. Even if you hate them, you still gonna care about their well-being. At least in my book, I do.
Yeah.
I'm friends
Red's
with
giving me
mine.
a bad look.
I'm actually like. There's probably maybe one or two that I'm not. Not like besties with, but I can remain cool with people because
Right.
the way that I operate is once the shit is over, I have like this internal switch that goes
just
like
turn it
I
off.
like you when I like you, and when I don't, and I'm not ever going to again. So it don't matter. So like I have friendships with most of the people that I've dated still, just because I don't give a fuck. Like once we ain't together, now I might need to take some time to like get to that point, and how much time depends on what the fuck went on in the relationship. But
Facts.
most of the time, I can get back to a place where we can be at least cool. Like I don't
Cordial.
Cause I don't hold like if it didn't work out, it didn't work out. Even if that's because of some shit you did, I'm just not the kind of person. I'm not gonna hold grudges. It don't matter no more. If I found value in you outside of the relationship aspect, like if we were friends, I don't feel like we shouldn't be able to do that anymore just because we're not together anymore. So again, getting to that point is different. It's different with each person.
Right.
And most of the time when I'm not able to be friends, it's because of the nigga. It's not me. It's because like he sees us being friends as, oh, we gonna still be fucking too. No. We're friends. No.
Hey.
Not those kind of friends.
Sometimes you gotta shoot them dice. Sometimes you might hit that
7.
Not with me.
Shit, got it.
Crapped out.
Still friends and we still get fucked too.
No.
That's a lick right there. I gotta hit my lick for the night.
So most of the time when I'm not able to like be at least cordial, it's him, it ain't me. And like AC, y'all don't know him personally.
AC,
y'all heard him.
I need to have him back on the show.
We trying to get it back. Just our schedules haven't worked out.
Yeah.
But we dated and we are like the best of friends now.
But it ain't. Yeah.
And no, and he's got some that like we went from dating to we took like probably about a 2-month break where we weren't really fucking with each other, and we started hanging out again, and everything was fine. And he talked to me about his bitches, and if I happened to be dating somebody and needed, these was bitches. His current girlfriend's very sweet, very nice girl. Them other bitches were bitches. So
let me ask y'all a question. When did you guys like? This is actually still keeping up with the letter, but when did you guys actually know when it was a bad relationship? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I knew it was bad when I said, "Damn, I really don't want to go out with you outside of this apartment no more. I'd rather for us to just stay here and watch movies and have sex, of course."
Was she ugly or something?
No, she looked good and everything. It was just
Ugly on the inside?
her attitude was shitty as fuck. But she sure could suck a mean dick.
Can we say that on your show? I mean,
Sorry.
Say whatever the hell you want to say.
Okay.
nigga, I say fuck about every
I
other
understand,
word.
but saying you suck a dick, that's a little different.
Sorry, I'm going too far.
I would say suck some meats.
Oh.
That
Sucking
would be
meat
my
is
lingo,
like kind of
but
high on that
whatever you
hierarchy
wanna
of
say.
keeping a
I'm
nigga.
sorry. But
Sucking the meat.
no, the biggest thing is like, did you guys when it got to a point where I felt like I just didn't feel like going out on dates with her no more. Like I just felt like like you have a shitty attitude, like you get on my fucking nerves all the damn time, and it's just like all I do is like having sex with you. When it got to that point, I was like, this is like a really bad relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, did you guys know? Like, when was the point that you knew there was a bad relationship?
Well, I wouldn't even define mine as necessarily a bad relationship, you know, because I mean we still got along. Our goals as far as what we were trying to get from each other, they just weren't the same, and they had changed, you know. So I wouldn't even regard any relationship I've been in as bad, even if something like that has went on. But the point that I realized that we weren't going to be in a relationship, I really stopped caring what she was doing.
Right.
You know, I knew I didn't care if she was messing with other people or hanging out with other people, because I just wasn't psychologically invested in her anymore. You know, and at that point I was long distance. I was away from her, so I knew she was doing her own thing.
I've never seen a long distance relationship work. Like, that's just me. Have y'all ever had experience where you made it work?
Yeah.
I don't think long distance relationship have an opportunity to work when you're young. Mm-hmm. I think that adult long distance relationship have a better potential of growing and thriving.
I need to grow some more.
Because sometimes usually for me, when I think about long distance relationship, it really is, why is it long distance? Is because of like two different jobs, and you know this is gonna get to a certain goal that y'all trying to do, so y'all doing it that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but temptation is real. Like, that's all I'm saying.
I mean, shit, nigga, not for real. You just learn how to, you gotta know how to curve a motherfucker. I know how to curve a motherfucker real quick. Like, whatever.
But to get back to the question, I guess in my book, when I realized it was getting bad, when the bad times outweighed the good times, when I just really wasn't having any fun, I just didn't want to talk to you anymore. Nothing was going the way that I thought it should go. That's when I realized it.
I had two. One, at the point that I realized I had become isolated, and I mean what I mean by isolated is, you know how you talk to your friends and then eventually they just get tired of this shit and like either stay or go. Fuck, we tired of hearing about this nigga. Like, we done told you need to. At the point where I like realized I could no longer talk about it because it was just so much bad all the time that people didn't want to hear that shit no more. I was like, damn. That, and when I realized that it wasn't in the beginning. Being with him made me happy and it made me feel good about myself. Toward the end, I was the complete opposite. Like, it had me questioning myself, and was it me? Was it, you know, something that I wasn't doing? And so at that point, that's when I realized that the shit was not.
When that motherfucker call and you look at your phone like, shit.
Yeah.
Right.
When I get to the point where I see your name and I'm like,
you hit him with that hello like that, yeah.
Hello. I'm headed home from work. Shit.
What do you want?
What do you fucking want? I mean, how was your day?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think
That's a good question.
answered that.
That's pretty good.
All right. Well, if you have a question that you would like for us to answer on the show, you can send it into the website, or you can send it to our Gmail account at conversationcarartist@gmail.com. You want to start, or you want me to start?
You got it.
Let's just go ahead and get into Young Jock.
Oh boy.
So
You in the trap. It's going down.
She went down.
Hey,
So this season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta,
which is one of the best seasons ever.
Young Jock and Carly Red still fucking around with each other, and she recently did like an interview, I think, where she was like talking shit about him as people do when they ain't together no more. And she said that he enjoyed having fingers inserted into his
Red. Oh, it was an interview, but it was something before that made that come out.
Would you like to elaborate?
Yes, because I watch Ratchet TV all the time. Sorry.
He's smiling from ear to ear as he says this.
So, if anybody is keeping up with, I'm a big Instagram head, but Carly Red and Caesar from Black Ink Crew are together now.
Which is sad.
Which is terrible.
I'm so fucking
Caesar
sad.
is dumb.
Nigga, you could do so much.
But
Didn't he give that girl a shot?
Yeah.
I don't watch the shit, so I don't know.
Basically, he did.
Yeah,
he helped her get it.
How you gonna say I don't watch the shit but come in with accurate
I heard
information?
some shit like that. Hey,
but
They got accurate information.
But what happened was they've
To the
been posting on Instagram like they together, and Jock was like talking about the niggas
He's salty.
He basically made a comment talking about some woman look like she messing with that those small needle or something like that. And then Carly Rae came back on the interview and said, "You like fingers in your booty." So that's how that.
And of course, he's denying it and saying that it's not true because who wants people to know that they like fingers in their booty?
If you like the booty finger,
You go with this shit again.
motherfucking own that shit. Own it.
Who was it we were talking about before with the booty finger that like
Kanye?
fingers in his ass? Yes, it was Kanye. It was
Who's
Kanye.
nastier though? The one who likes the finger or the fingerer?
Ew.
You think she's putting the glove on? I mean, she just
Nah,
going in
no.
raw?
Who's nastier?
Yeah.
The person who put the finger
You
in
digging
the
in my
How
ass
are they
playing with my
nasty?
shit. That's how is that nasty?
You don't better put my finger anywhere.
When's the last time you put a finger in the ass?
You can wash your hands.
Watch that. You can't watch that.
Listen,
Yeah,
you
some
done
things
shit it
you
before
can't
and got
do.
shit. You've shit it before and got shit on your hands by accident.
You shitting with your hands in your ass?
I'm just saying, don't act like that shit ain't been on your hand and you ain't wash it. Like your hand ain't tainted forever.
But there's a difference between that and
But
that
you
just
always
touching your
know.
finger.
You gonna look at your hand like, damn, that was the finger I used.
This is the finger I put.
You remember I pulled it out and it had some brown stuff on it? Yeah.
Booty finger.
Booty
Ew.
remnants.
I mean, I would never do that.
Don't say never. Now.
No, I can. It's some things I can say never about, and I never will I do that.
Get your drink level right. You never know.
I ain't never been that drunk in my life. And you sound real Bill Cosby right
Hey,
now.
no, Bill Cosby drugged him. I just drink him.
You talking about get your drink level right?
No.
Shit, blackout.
Give me
drunk.
no. I'm not
He didn't
raping
say
people.
get your Quaaludes
I'm
right.
not raping nobody. Stop
He didn't
trying
say
to put
get your
that.
Quaaludes right.
Shit.
He just say get
Look,
tipsy.
rape is serious out here.
It is very serious.
Damn.
Ladies, be careful.
Damn.
What if he asks you to? You say no. And he like, I use my own finger then.
Oh shit!
We
No.
is over with.
I'm gonna have to.
Stop doing this
Get
shit.
out of my room. Like,
How you think he gonna do it? Is he gonna spread his own cheeks and just like?
No, you gotta go. You gotta go.
You think he on the bed
I'm
doing that?
obviously not the girl from you.
Or
Because
using-
listen, when I hear this, this is what I imagine in my head. Every time I hear a story about a man getting a finger in his ass, I just imagine him like on the bed with his ass tooted up like a woman.
Like
while
on Top
she,
5?
That's what I see.
Yeah.
And that's not sexy to me. I don't want to see your ass tooted up. That's weird. I don't want to do that. I'm sorry. It's like you gonna be less masculine to me now. I'm sorry, you are. I
Yeah, because
can't.
the niggas got to, when you use the word tooted, ain't nothing masculine about tooted. Yes, you gonna be less masculine.
What's those old Pamper commercials?
Hey, let me toot up my booty, girl. Fuck that. No.
That's the point. He's trying to get you to. Yeah.
I can't do it. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Man.
I'm not gonna be able to do
Yeah,
that. So
yeah.
I'm just saying, if a person likes it and a person don't mind doing it, enjoy yourself. But own that shit, jock.
Nothing is supposed to go up your booty, man.
I feel like it's an exit only. But
Yes, it is. Exit only.
wait, now you saying that, but it's niggas out here that really enjoy anal sex.
I mean, some
too.
of these dudes listening to this
That's
probably like the
terrible.
shit. You
like
know?
anal sex. So
Listen, people break into the exit only entrance of the fucking movie theater all the time. Free show.
Well, they say it's only 2 inches away.
That's apples and oranges, man. That's way different. No, nothing is supposed to go up your booty, man. Fuck that. No.
Not even that much.
I'm not saying nothing else. Nope.
He said,
okay, but
no
wait,
inches.
Cole. Okay, so is that just your ass or asses in general? Like,
I would prefer not to have my ass anally
No,
raped.
Yeah, I don't want
Or
anything
penis.
going up my ass.
okay, but
I feel like you shouldn't have anything go up your booty at all.
is
Right.
that anybody? Because again, some men like anal
I don't
sex
care
with
what
women.
anybody else do,
That's
but for
anybody.
me, don't put no fingers in my ass. Don't put no
Here's the thing,
toys.
too. I ain't never understood that.
Anal sex with
What
women?
are they supposed to do? That ain't what you. That ain't the wet part. The booty ain't the wet one.
You're supposed to lube it up.
But
Thank you.
It's-
I was gonna say
it's
that, but I was like,
it's another
What?
erogenous zone on the human body. Some people like it.
That's
Like if a woman like that, then it ain't always about your pleasure if that's the case.
So if a woman wants you to stick your dick up her nose, then what you supposed to do?
I'm gonna see if it fit.
One, how big is your nostrils or how little is my meat? Is what I'm saying. That's number one.
You can stretch
First
it out,
off,
though.
I'm not talking to nobody with nostrils that big. All right. Okay.
You can tell if they done it though. The nostril flapping around, it's all stretched out.
I don't know how we got here.
This is
All I'm saying is, just because a motherfucker like it, don't mean that shit is right.
Okay,
wait, hold on.
I was just trying to, because a lot of men are kind of hypocrite, like where it's like they want to have anal sex with somebody else, but they don't want nothing up their ass. So I was just trying to see if it was that kind of a situation where you mean your ass specifically or just asses in general.
I don't understand the allure of putting something in somebody's booty. I don't get that.
So you never try anal?
No, I don't want. That's too close to being in jail.
Wait, not on you. I mean, like to a female.
I don't know.
He's
I don't want to. I don't want to do
He's
it.
kinda
I don't
jealous.
want nobody to do it to me. I don't want nothing close to that area.
Well, I'm gonna tell you my experience. I'm being honest. Look, all right. So I had this one chick, and she wanted me to try this. All right, so we had the lube and everything, and I got it ready. And when I went in, like 2 strokes, I was like, I don't really like this. So I pulled it out, got a towel wiped off, and went back to where I was earlier. And I never looked at her different. I mean, the same after that. So anal sex is not for me.
He said, I don't really like this.
No, it didn't have the same feel. It was just not comfortable.
It's an ass. It doesn't stretch. It's not stretching.
And it was like too much
vagina.
work to get in there. So I was just
Think
like,
about
you know,
the health aspect of it too. Like if you
nigga, we was way past that.
the booty, if you putting something, you can get anything. Putting something in the booty hole, you just catch or give whatever you got.
I believe in pleasure by any means necessary as it pertains to a person in a relationship. If that's something that they desire that don't infringe on what's comfortable to me, I'll do it.
But see,
And my first relationship, the one that I was talking about, I've done everything with her that you would have seen in any flick that you probably don't
there
watch.
you go. See that?
Like 20 times.
I'm glad I'm not the only person out here trying.
Like
some shit.
20 times. That was like a whole experiment. And that was my first sexual relationship.
Right.
Too. You know, so she was just on another level with that stuff. So I was like, we here now.
But exactly, you already there. You might as well.
Y'all done traumatized this nigga.
I
Just sit in
mean,
the corner second.
it's a lot of stuff that I do sexually, but fucking around with booty holes, can't do it. I'm sorry, I just can't. I can't do it.
I mean, it's something.
I was about to
it's
say
definitely.
so much,
I mean, it's
like,
something
nah.
I can do it out for the rest of my life.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
If it's something that somebody else desires, then
But if she asking for it,
Yeah, I
and you
ain't
know
got
it's
no
gonna
problem
get her
with
to
it.
that point, then
My
who are you?
ass will remain untouched.
Well, see, man, I don't want to say this is too vulgar, but sometimes when you're hitting it from the back and you put a finger in, that does increase like the climax.
ass.
if that erogenous zone,
Hey, I'm just saying.
if that erogenous zone is one that woman
Right.
likes,
Right.
I mean, it's just another erogenous. I mean, like think about it.
No.
When you talk about hot spots,
You
that
ain't
can
never
be
choked a
anywhere
chick?
on the bottom. That can be anywhere on the body.
I feel
You ain't
know
never
what I'm saying?
choked a
So,
chick.
Women have hot spots on their back, some on their stomach, like anywhere.
choked? I had
Some
a
women
nigga
will
try
have
that.
that spot.
You ain't never tried
you
that?
know,
I had
We
somebody
we have two
try.
conversations going.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Let the man do his erogenous zone and then you go with yours. What's happening?
I was just saying when you think about hot spots and a woman's hot spot or a dude's hot spot being able to be anywhere on their body.
Right.
Some people just happen to have those hot spots in their ass.
Yeah.
And if they desire that, I will fulfill that desire.
And they be in weird spots,
And
like
if
under
you
the
don't,
kneecap.
that's fine. Like I'm not doing stuff like I talked about on the previous podcast. I'm glad to be a person that don't have no extreme fetishes to walk in a relationship and say I need this, you know. But if it's something that you want, I'll fulfill it.
You didn't have a conversation about it. Back to what he was just talking about. I had a nigga try to choke me. This is a conversation you should have prior to. Because I don't know what the fuck you doing. I feel like you didn't like snap or some shit and I'm finna die. Like that's...
It depends on how you choking.
Wait a minute, Ray, you the ID channel watching motherfucker. What you talking about?
That's exactly why I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Why are you choking
all the
me?
time?
It really...
how to combat something?
You know what erotic asphyxiation is when bitches die.
I don't know. Because I'm a dumb nigga that watch MSNBC all the time.
You can die from that shit.
So, yeah. David Carradine, he was one of them. But at the same time, if you having sex with somebody, you should feel comfortable with them. You already let your guards down, so...
Not for you to fucking choke me, though. That's another
Again-
level. That's a
Again,
different
I guess
level.
I'd be fucking around with the wrong people.
I've done that before.
Right. A lot of chicks like
How
that
the
shit.
fuck do y'all want to?
She asked me to do that, and I was here to oblige. Okay.
Same was on point. He said, huh? Who am I to deny you this pleasure?
I would just be afraid that because you're not thinking about the pressure that you're applying.
Yes, you are. You
Shit can happen accidentally.
You are currently thinking about it because
You don't want
all right, for a guy, you're always thinking about the pressure you apply, no matter what you're doing down there.
It's the
Up
same.
there.
Like, so Kevin Gates a while back came out talking about,
Fucking
she
a
my
cousin.
girlfriend. I'm supposed to eat a booty. And I'm like, well, I don't think that he realized that he has an ass eating fetish. I don't think he realized that. Just like women who like to be choked, they don't realize the
that is not
fetish
the
that's
norm.
connected with the asphyxiation. They don't recognize that that's just a fetish that they like. So a lot of dudes end up going into other women thinking that women just like to be choked. No, that's not necessarily the case. So you do have to have a conversation about that.
Right.
You can't just in the middle
But
of
I'm
sex
just saying,
grab somebody's throat. You might be channeling your inner OJ right now.
What is wrong with you?
Just relax. Take it.
You have to have a pregame warm up. You have
Yes.
to talk about it. Like you have to be the coach. Be like, all right,
You gotta
team,
be
this
Mr.
what
Gray.
We gonna.
I dated a Christian Grey.
See what I'm saying?
I did, and that was not
Dated a what?
It was
a
bad.
Christian Grey.
The movie just
50
the movie make it
First
look
of all,
good.
I didn't really know black people were.
Shit, everybody
Into
that shit.
everything.
I
Right.
know, but I was surprised. I was very
They
surprised.
kicked in the door with their
Red
handcuffs.
don't even support the black folks. Red said the
I
boss
do
thing, but we
I
just
just didn't
what you
know.
think we just do? We just sit around and be like, let's just do it regular style, honey.
What's regular style?
Missionary.
That's boring.
That's Catholic style.
Yeah. You sure?
Oh, you know he's Catholic. Oh,
Catholics is little boys.
He never be saying I'm Catholic. He be saying I was raised Catholic.
he's Catholic.
So-
Raised Catholic.
That's just
I
as
no
bad.
longer-
But you still connected enough to find offense in, priest and little boy sex jokes and missionary sex jokes as it pertains to
I just
Catholic
be-
faith.
I just be quiet when y'all say the Catholic joke. That's all I do.
I mean, I wanted clarification because you always be like, I was raised Catholic. I don't know what
I
the
don't know.
current-
I don't even go to church right now, so
Because you was raised Catholic.
I'm just a heathen right now. I'm not an
I think we're all heathens, aren't we?
It's Sunday right now, and neither one of
Who
any of us.
been to church most recently? When was that?
2 months ago.
Yeah.
When was the last time you went to church? Funerals don't count.
Ooh, maybe October last. Yeah, October last year.
Oh, you go to church with your mama sometime.
Yeah, so whenever, usually like Mother's Day or like some holiday
about
or
2
like
months.
homecoming. The only time I go to church is when I go with my mom.
I
So,
believe in. Yeah,
out of
sure.
respect for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while.
You don't even remember, but you did. You were in church 7
Every
days
day.
a week
6 days
as
a
a
week.
child, so you didn't
got
done your time.
I don't know how you did that, brother. Sheesh. When you know all
Did
the
it or
words
get
to
my
every
ass
song, including the ones they making up, sheesh.
Did it to get my ass whooped
Yeah.
by my mama.
Yeah, when you a kid, you try to avoid all ass whoopings as possible. It's many.
That is your goal as a kid.
Yeah, your goal
I gotta
as a
get good
child-
grades so I don't get my ass
What?
whooped.
Which in the black community most of the time mean abuse.
That's the way we was raised.
Wow. All right. So, Aban Ali Miller. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but I don't know if y'all seen this viral fight video where this dude came out and he broke up the fight.
He was furious from Boys in the
I
Hood.
feel like that was set up, and we kind of talked about this a little bit before we started the show. I just feel like that was a setup, but
I don't think so.
It
man.
had to be real, man.
I think it was legit.
There's too much going on. You can't control all that. You can't set that up.
I feel.
I mean, I do wonder where he came from.
Thank you.
He was on the corner selling them things, man. he was like, y'all making the block hot, man. I need y'all to go.
But I am selling dope, but I don't condone fighting.
No. He didn't want the cops to
That's
show
a
up.
different thing. That ain't the same thing.
He didn't want the cops to show up,
I'm
man.
making a living.
But like the video became viral. He went on to be recognized by his city for doing that. And I mean, he seemed to be an emotional dude. But like, what would y'all do if y'all saw some kids fighting?
Walk the fuck on by. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Would y'all do anything?
I would break it up.
How old are the kids?
They
Them
too
kids
damn
look
old
like
to be
they were
fighting.
between 9th and 12th grade.
Hell the fuck no.
You know,
Because
but
you hit me.
If you a high schooler and you kind of know better, You
No,
know
you
what I'm
don't.
saying? Like, yeah, you do. When
No,
you
you
in
don't.
high school, you know better.
Niggas be grown up fighting.
That's different.
So when did they forget knowing better?
They never knew better.
Oh. But no, I think he did the right thing by breaking them up. You
I
know,
wouldn't
we
have.
need some more of that representation.
That's why I ain't no teacher, because I always said, students, I ain't breaking up shit, because if they hit me, I'm fucking hitting them back.
Well, them
Fuck
kids,
that.
they ain't had no hands. They couldn't do nothing. And he made a very good point. He was like, look, man, they laughing at y'all. They having fun out of this. They don't care about y'all issue. They just want to see the entertainment.
That's one thing that I did like about that video, though, for real, because if you on the internet, I'm on the internet all the time.
World
And
star.
I know,
You
and
never
it's
see
like-
anything positive.
And it's like, he was trying to keep them from having like a nigga moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, for real. I thought that was cool. That's why I think it was set up, because it just felt like it was just like, I'm trying to keep y'all from having a nigga moment. Now it's something like it was off the Boondocks or something like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad that he kept them from looking stupid, because a lot of times when we see
World
we
star.
see all of that stuff and they're like, they look so stupid.
So it was basically these two high school looking kids that were in some kind of confrontation in the middle of the street. They were walking around with their dukes up about to fight, and this guy comes out of nowhere and he says, "Look at y'all in the middle of the street. Look at all these people around y'all with these video cameras. They laughing. They back here laughing and having fun while y'all mad. Like, y'all are in a situation and they get entertainment out of this.
Right.
They don't care about your issues. They
Right.
just want to see this, and you don't give them the pleasure of that, you know." And he was like, "What's the issue?" Well, somebody texted me saying that.
Yeah, it was over some bullshit. I mean, there was really
it's
nothing.
always over some BS though.
But it was good that he stepped in, because nobody else was going to step in. It was just going to be another random ass fight video that we all watch for 2 seconds and move on.
And when he was recognized for the award, I don't know if it's a reward or whatever they gave him or did for him, he said that the most important thing was he didn't want one of them boys to lose the fight, because being on social media and having lost that fight can do horrible things for their self-esteem, because they're not going to be able to get over it. They're going to be on that forever, and it can mess them up at school.
That's very true.
Cyberbullying is a real thing.
That's very true. There's always
It's gonna be people who don't even go to his school, because the fight gonna be viral. Everybody gonna see it, and so he's
Oh,
gonna be
snap.
having other folks.
Y'all remember that girl Amber
sharing
Cole?
shit.
No, I won't bring it up then. Never mind.
But shit, what did they get to fight at school?
I mean, we hope they would learn from the fight and get the message. I mean, that one incident is not gonna stop them from doing some dumb shit later on in life.
Yeah.
What it's probably gonna do is a whole bunch of woke brothers that saw that is gonna, if they see some fights,
They gonna try to
They gonna
stop.
be trying to intervene.
And that's cool with
There's gonna be
me.
a lot of dead woke brothers. Some of these kids carry pistols.
They sure
So
do.
if they hotepping, that's cool still. I mean,
Damn, that sounds like something I would.
there you
I'm
go.
out these streets hotepping, nigga. I'm out here hotepping for these people.
Man,
I don't know what I would do, because there's a lot of kids that be up and down this street with a lot of noise. I want to say that I would go and intervene,
But see,
we
what's
need.
the whole point? Like, the way you look, maybe it's like, wait a minute, I don't know if I fuck with this
What
nigga.
do you say, the kid? You look like Mark
Off
Henry.
my ass, you know what I'm saying? You
Mark Henry.
You got this look like you whoop somebody's ass.
Right.
I be thinking I'm gonna walk up to him and I'm gonna, push one back and be looking at one, and the other one just gonna run and steal on the other one while I ain't paying attention.
And-
And then now I done set one of them up for the okie doke by accident,
Yeah.
and it's just gonna turn into a whole situation.
Well, my father is a school teacher, and I've seen him break up many fights, and so he always comes out and give him that lecture and talk to him. So it's a good thing that we still have that mentality out there, because I would want, hopefully one day, be in that situation where I'm like, look, bro, you doing the wrong thing. We need to stop.
When did we get to a point in society where it wasn't like, I remember growing up, like the neighborhood used to raise us.
Right. Well, when
So when
parents
did it
get
to
mad,
a point where
Yeah,
we was
because
like,
parents get mad. Parents don't.
You
want to
can't
say
talk to my
shit
kid
their
like that.
so
child.
now we got to fight. Now
Yep.
me and the
now I
parents
gotta
got
put
to
your
fight.
ass in the ground.
I think the variable is parents are younger
Yeah.
than
Well,
our
yeah.
parents.
Nah, man, grandmas was having kids back in the day. They was
Nah,
holding
but-
to.
No, I'm saying
Yeah,
generally when you got 16 and 17 year olds pregnant and they got school age kids that's ready to fight and they 24 and
Yeah.
25 themselves, versus when I was that age, my mama was 36 and 37. You know what I'm saying? I think that because in the 90s when like teenage pregnancy started getting way higher, way rampant, that's the parents we dealing with now. We dealing with parents that's young and parents that still don't have their emotional selves ready enough to deal with people confronting their children.
Some of them parents will fight their kids.
Yeah.
Them same parents.
I seen that
Them
too.
same parents who say, you know, can't nobody fight my kid. They fight their kids.
Right. Yep.
You know, so I mean, I think that came with a whole wave of parents that's much younger than they were when we were being raised by the community. Because if my friend's mama saw me somewhere acting up, I would straighten up. I'd be like, his mama.
But that's because you respect them.
Like, oh, snap.
You respect them.
And you know that I knew if anybody went and told my mama I was doing some shit, my mama wasn't gonna be like, why you say something to my daughter? My mama gonna be like, what the fuck was you?
Why you embarrassing me like this? Right. Why you got her talking to you?
Yeah. Like I ain't been raised you right. She
Mom, I'm sorry.
Yep. So
abuse is real, nigga.
It is real.
I think more so in the black community now, it's just so parents are always trying to tell people what they can and can't do.
Shouldn't it be the black community?
Like,
question mark.
You doing a shit ass job. Apparently, I wouldn't have to say nothing to the little nigga.
You know, I got to go over here and get my hair done, and if I don't come over here and spend time with my nigga, then I can't get my hair done. So, you know, I mean, that's how it should be. For real. You sit there laughing at that should be. She got to spend time with her dude. And then it's funny because, you know, a lot of the homes don't have mothers and fathers, which I already know how that goes, but I don't know.
That's a can of worms.
I guess I would step in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess I would kind of step in and be like, y'all need to chill.
I wouldn't know what to say, but I would want them to stop it. Yeah. Especially because they're embarrassing themselves in front of everybody else.
I don't think I'd do as much as that dude did.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that much.
Especially like in my apartment complex, I think I'd be like, listen, little bro, where you live at? I'll walk you to your house. Yeah.
Like, stop all this, man.
Or something like that. Or if he don't want to be, if he want to snatch away, then I'd be like, look, let me walk you to your house.
That's embarrassing too, though. Because they'd be like, oh, you got to get somebody to chaperone you to your house. You know.
But he did it the right way. He was like, look, I ain't going nowhere until y'all stop this. Yeah. You know, the kids was joking on him too. The kids was like, look at you, you ugly, you ugly.
You don't pay no bills.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you can say whatever you want to. You don't pay no bills. In all honesty, I can buy it.
But them kids was trying to rile him up.
I can buy a child.
You can buy a child?
Yes. You can laugh and say all you want to, kid, but you ain't paying no bills. I'm finna buy your little ass.
He also didn't walk up to them kids like he didn't have a pistol.
Right.
Like they don't know what that man had. Like they, you know,
I fully believe he was capable of handling himself if something was, went sideways.
He started clapping them hands, talking about some do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay.
Yeah. Where was that? Where did it happen? It was up north somewhere.
It had to be like somewhere around Jersey or something. Yeah, that's what Cassidy be saying all that stuff. He used to earlier.
That's purely Jersey. But
so,
man,
somewhere up there though.
I'm glad somebody stepped in. I mean, that's one positive video amongst the sea of negativity out there.
Yeah, I saw it posted on one of my friends' site that don't like posting fights, and I was like, why they posting this?
Right.
And so I had to watch it then, and I realized what it was after he walked up. I was like, okay. Because I stopped watching fight videos for real.
Yeah.
Pretty much since that bus driver hit that girl that uppercut.
Sure you can.
That was the most unexpected thing that had ever happened on the video.
It needed to happen though. It needed to.
That was an old school black man, right? He don't play.
That's like that dude that Cole
Mama said knock you out.
At the gate.
Oh, that old ass.
Yeah, that nigga right there. Say something slick to him. You ain't getting in today.
He said he ain't got the code. Just turn back around in his chair with his back to me. Then you fired, brother.
Yeah.
That's on now. Y'all try to get everybody fired. I got to feed my family.
That bus driver got up out that chair like a daddy getting out the recliner, finna go whoop somebody's ass.
Hey, his arms were so
like,
loose.
If I got to get out my recliner, you know what's gonna happen. He got up out that bus, kind of shrugged a little bit, walked up to her like he was finna say something meaningful. I was like,
didn't he throw her off the bus too?
Yeah.
She needed all that. She spit on the nigga, so I don't justify hitting a woman, but she spit on the nigga, so
okay, because I feel
she got exactly what she deserved.
Men are obviously stronger than women, but you also, as a woman, shouldn't be putting your motherfucking hands on people. My mama always told me, don't give a lick if you ain't willing to take a lick.
Right.
And you don't know who gonna give you a lick. So don't be just running out here putting your hands on you don't spit on people, period, point blank, no matter who the fuck it is. That's an automatic ass whooping.
I think that I think as a human that you have the right to defend yourself. I think in our society with our dynamics as a man that you are responsible for not, asserting your strength on a woman that, likely won't be able to defend herself against you. Now, clearly there's a line drawn because if you get spit on, if you get cussed out, maybe you can avoid it. If you get spit on, maybe you can avoid it. If she coming up to you finna stab you, then clearly there's a line that gets stepped over at some point. I think men should be as responsible with the strengths that we have as men in our society versus women to not do that.
Did he get fired?
Yeah, he got fired.
Yeah,
What about tripping? Like if she running at me, if I throw them skates around,
throw them skates up on it. I like that.
They usually say the safest route to go is to shake, like grab her.
Nah,
and,
nigga, she done spit on you, nigga. Ain't nobody shaking.
I'm just saying, like that's the route that's safe in which people won't look at you and say, "Look what you did to that woman."
So wait a minute, okay. So you want somebody to have some kind of resolve, some kind of just common sense when somebody just spit on you, hock the loogie. Nigga, she deserved that. I'm sorry. Y'all can hate me for that shit.
I feel like it depends on you.
He obviously was not here for
a
it.
woman spitting on me ain't gonna override my desire to not hit a woman. You know what I'm saying? But some people who get spit on, that override whoever spit on you to pass some licks on.
I ain't gonna say hit her with a fucking crossover. But you got to get your point across.
I'm gonna spit back on you. Fuck it. You spit on me.
Nah, at least grab and throw off the bus. But
Damn.
Now her neck broke. Now you facing the charge.
I was defending myself.
Sure, with this white judge.
Nigga, there was no white judge in there. They didn't even get to see a judge.
In your case.
Oh, in my case,
a white southern judge.
The boy that had the boy that hit all the rich boy that hit all them people. What was the name of the disorder they said he had?
Oh shit!
Oh yeah, the influenza.
Affluenza.
Yeah.
Affluenza team. The judge who gave him the pardon to this little cabin for that therapy had previously convicted a black man who punched somebody on the street in a fight. That person fell, hit their head, and died. She sent him to jail for a long time.
About 20 years, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was a long time that he got sent to jail. So there are situations where accidentally harming somebody can go bad for you if a judge that would not give you any, leeway because you're not privileged versus somebody that's privileged.
Exactly.
I thought that was
they should have ran his ass over with a truck.
Influenza.
Oh.
Right.
He'd never seen consequences. Fuck that little nigga.
He finna find something now.
Right? Did they ever find him?
No,
he was in Mexico last time.
Yeah, they did find him. They did find him.
Okay.
Oh, his mama had taken him to Mexico.
Yeah.
Which she trying to say with y'all, I guess.
Fuck that.
My mama would not have done that shit. You shouldn't have done that stupid
He
shit.
killed how many people?
My mama would not have been not paid.
My mama would have came and visited me in jail.
How much money you need on your books?
Shit.
No,
you got your ass in this, you get your ass out.
Yeah, I don't know about no money on the books. She would have came
your
to
ass out.
Damn. I hate you.
They using the jelly from the commissary.
Mama, which ass you talking about? Because both of them in jeopardy.
Mama, I can't sit down today.
Mama, you don't know what they made me. They made me peel about orange.
Cotton.
I do it with my mouth.
My mama done seen more meats in here in the first week than I have my whole life.
Oh my god.
Need to get out of here.
Cock meat sandwich.
Cock meat sandwich. I remember that movie.
Yeah.
Okay, I think.
Okay, you can go. Whatever you got.
Oh yeah, we were talking about Young Jock, right?
We were. And
we went to the
episode.
Oh, okay.
We were finished with Young Jock.
Oh yeah.
What you got?
And ain't shit nigga news. There was a young man going around pretending to be an ex-Dolphins player, fucking white bitches with it. Come to find out.
Genius. Fucking genius.
I want you to finish the story. But he was fucking white bitches pretending to be somebody else that he wasn't?
Yes.
Again. Genius.
They thought that they were fucking an ex-NFL player when in
Why?
fact because he told them that.
Have you seen a picture of him?
No.
And he took pictures. So he did go to one of the camps. Took pictures so it looked like he was. And then he was fucking white bitches using it.
This is me back in 92. I was
Yep.
playing football.
Yeah.
Nigga,
And
that ain't enough.
He had on, apparently it was enough for these white bitches. And he was only
Why is
fucking
this
white
news?
women specifically. Because before this, he had said that, he had said a bunch of disparaging shit about black women. And to that I say, I'm glad you didn't like black women, sir. Keep fucking these white bitches. We don't need you. We don't want you. It's cool.
So what are the white ladies saying about this? They're mad that they got duped?
Of course they're mad.
Because they thought they were fucking
Bitch, stop giving your fucking pussy out.
They thought they were fucking an NFL player.
I fucked the NFL player.
What time are you living in? Of course they were upset.
I'm not fucking white bitches like this, and I'm not lying on my
not
dick
either.
either, so I don't know.
Well, he wasn't lying on
Listen,
his
that's the
penis.
main
He
reason
was
why I
lying on
don't
his
listen
career.
to white women.
That shit
It's
happen
still a
every
lie.
day, B.
It do.
I'm just
so
saying.
why are they
just
mad?
because you know his name
Why y'all
and where he
mad,
stay at, don't act like he ain't an imposter.
Right.
Dudes out here on social dating websites acting like somebody else, being somebody else, having sex with you, and you find out that wasn't who the person you thought it was.
Or making up shit. We just talked about this.
These
right?
hoes
You-
probably
I'm a
fucking
fine
niggas for shoes and shit.
Fine China cleansing artist. You a dishwasher, my nigga.
Right.
Like
You get it how you
I
get it.
can't believe Jerome actually didn't play in the NFL. I can't believe that.
I feel kind of offended by this story, to be honest with you. They just feel like all black people play football or some shit. What the hell?
No, they don't feel like.
Shotgun. You mean to tell me if a fine woman thought you played NBA, it was just like,
I
hey,
do today.
But look, they were
I ain't lying.
assuming. He was telling them this. He was showing them pictures from
We
a
have
camp.
I'm sorry. We have smartphones in our pockets.
right.
You can Google this motherfucker.
right.
You know his name. At least I
right.
would hope you would hold off on giving somebody some pussy before you actually knew they fucking name.
Apparently not.
Bitch, get the fuck out my face if you don't know nothing.
Shotgun, let me let you in on a secret. White people don't Google shit. They know everything.
They invented the
They
shit.
know everything. I know everything.
Oh, okay.
He did do that.
Oh,
He did
yeah.
because I'm white.
I'm sorry. I have no sympathy for this. You gave your pussy out to some random ass nigga. Congratulations.
If you look at the pictures that
And-
he took too, they was just like,
Yep.
hey girl.
And also, I heard 80% of white women want to have sex with black people. So he just playing statistics.
I don't know where you got that.
yeah.
It was some bullshit statistics.
80% of
I
white
just
women.
made that up.
I made it
80%
up.
of white
No,
women
it was-
that grew
it was-
up in the projects.
It was actually from a dude from work, so I don't know where he got the shit
hell.
from. So
He
Don't be listening to
he
Tyrone.
He
I don't
must
wanna-
date a lot of white women.
I don't want to have no sex with a white woman.
I'm not real big into white women.
Nah, man,
Sorry, white ladies.
I'm white shaming.
I guess so.
Yeah.
That's what we doing. We white.
I'm like, yeah.
That's terrible. I have a phobia with white women.
So what Gubmint Name is saying doesn't have to reflect anything conversation going on.
So yeah, what we say has no bearing on their thoughts.
Yeah.
Is there? Sorry.
I don't have nothing against white women.
Don't go
but
down
it has
that
to
road.
Be a very specific type of white woman that I like she definitely have to be aware of issues that brown people face and willing to confront and challenge them the way that I do.
Hey,
you
would you
gonna
fuck a
find
Rachel
unicorn
Dolezal?
They exist. Them women exist.
Rachel.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that you're gonna find that woman if you're looking for her.
Right.
Amongst white women.
You ain't gonna find her around here.
But it's white women out there that do support
But then if
those
they-
kind of issues.
To me, that would be kind of condescending, though. You know, what I'm saying? Oh, honey, I understand what you're going through with the police. And everything.
Like how they going about Kill
I just about who?
and Kill from Get Out.
Kill? Who is Kill?
Keel, whatever his name. Key and Peele. Peele, there you go.
Yeah.
I ain't know the nigga name.
I'm like, who
Like
is
everybody's
Kill?
mad because he made Get Out and he has a white wife.
Oh,
So
they do that all the time.
He's mixed though, so he
So?
I'm saying like what
He
people.
still got money, ain't it?
That's what I'm saying.
The
Will
one
you
drop
let me
rule.
finish?
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
That was my point. People are getting upset at him saying that he's married to a white woman, but he is a mixed man. He's black and white, so it makes sense that he would make a movie about.
he also
He didn't
said
experience it firsthand. I'm sure,
he also
all the
said black
time.
women didn't like him. So anyway,
But that's also the opposite of that context because he's the black person that's making a movie based off of his experience as a black man.
Right.
Versus a white woman being able to sympathize or empathize with the condition of a black person. I mean, they're never going to be able to know exactly how it feels. But you know, an ally of any movement, as far as social justice goes, ain't gonna understand what it's like. You know, but if they are willing to stand beside you when those issues go down, if they are willing to listen to dialogue and have constructive dialogue while those things are going on, I think that's all you can ask of somebody that you want to be supporting what you experience in that situation.
True.
You know, you don't want somebody that's going to invalidate your experiences because they don't quite understand it or can't quite get into it. And so, like, that's the kind of white woman I would have to, you know, date. One that understand those kind of experiences.
You ain't gonna find it in Alabama.
I mean, they everywhere.
But see, that's the
they
thing.
everywhere. It's just few and far between, depending on where you at. But
I think my situation is crazy because when I meet women, they be like, "Well, I just thought you dated white girls." I'm like, you just look like you date white girls.
You don't look like you date white girls, but you look like you would be. You have some colorism shit going on. Like,
God damn.
You just look like you would like light skinned bitches. Like that's what. You
So
look
what does
like
she look
to
like
me.
she would date? See that? Who would choke her without asking?
I mean niggas.
Would they have blue hair? Be
Yes.
the Crips, Bloods,
all kinds of
There you
different
go.
gangsta types.
Hurt Babe.
Oh,
Hurt Babe would be dead. I'd have killed that nigga. We wouldn't even been sitting having no conversation because he'd have been
That
dead.
nigga bold as hell though.
That's why he would have been dead. I've dated white men. I don't particularly care for it. I wouldn't marry one, I don't think. Like,
I'm just not
because
mad.
a lot of it, in my experience, a lot of them fetishize being with like a black. So it's just like a.
I just feel
a
like in the bed that
curiosity.
N-word gonna slip out one day.
You sound like, let me tell you something. My dad, you sound like my dad. My dad, look, I don't know why y'all fucking around with these white folks. Because you know, as soon as they get mad, first thing gonna come out their
You
mouth
ain't
is
nothing but a
nigga.
nigga. And this shit gonna hurt because he gonna put that hard R on it.
Because my younger brother dates white girls, and my dad just cannot fathom why the fuck he chooses to do that. And
Your
he
brother's
tell
like
him
drama
all
free.
the time. Well, my brother's into like
Anime and
he into
comics,
anime
yeah.
and video games and Comic-Con and that kind of shit. And there ain't a lot of black women that are interested in that, especially not his age group.
I
so.
know, man. Shit.
I ain't got no comment about that.
I'm just not mad that this
I'm
dude
not
was
saying
fucking
that
chicks.
there aren't any, but there are more white girls that are interested in it than black. Especially, we grew up in Talladega, so it ain't a bunch of anime watching black girls in Talladega. And he lives in Indiana now, and he go to Indianapolis. They have like some kind of Comic-Con type event in Indianapolis that he goes to with his friends, and he just is around a lot more white people now. So that's what he usually ends up dating.
I just like black women. Period.
I need the sisters.
like
I'm just
black
not mad at this dude having sex line. You know, these women should have been
I
better.
mean, I think the moral of the story is you need to be
Know who you
Googling
fucking.
motherfuckers for you just be out here fucking, especially if you fucking them for a come up. They was real disappointed
Nigga,
because they didn't get no come up.
Oh, it
from
was a
this
come
nigga.
up on his end. He was like, yeah. Got me-
when you think they
got
found?
another one.
Wait.
Got
When
me
did
another
they
one
find out?
What do you mean?
Like, I ain't really play football.
You know, it'd be so tight if he done got everything, he done had sex with everything. He get up and be like, I ain't even played.
I just played you.
Well, putting my clothes on. Jerome, when are you coming back?
Shit, I gotta go clock in that Sizzler.
First of all, I work for Best Buy. Second of all, I never played NFL. Third of all, you can't take it back. See you later.
bruh, if you do that with a white woman, the police will be in that hotel room
that's
in
rape.
10 minutes.
That's rape right there. You know they got them life
Bruh,
alerts.
that is not penitentiary chances a black man want to take with a white woman. I
That's what I'm
promise
saying.
you.
I want to know how
That
they
does not
found.
turn out well for us.
I just want to know how they found out. That's it. Did they finally Google them?
It just be some cold stuff he just told us.
Yeah.
What you need to do is to let her know you got season tickets to the Dolphins game and that you gonna mail them to her. Give me your address.
Oh,
And it was apparently it was a bunch of white girls.
Damn.
He had been pulling this con for a little while, I guess.
He might have been coming up on that though. For real.
Is it a
He might have been
con,
like, yeah, you know, I'll get my retirement check until next week. You mind fighting about $5,000?
So if they paying and he fucking, all right, I'm gonna leave that alone.
Prostitution.
It's called.
I'll just leave that alone.
Oh, he conning. He conning them.
Man,
It was a long con.
That's a good hustle right there.
is that a black joke?
Oh, it wasn't, but
Now it is.
there you go.
That's terrible.
All right.
It was. Google, folks. Please, just Google them. You got to. I Google everybody. I do. I'm not even. I absolutely do. Because motherfuckers lie. So I Google people just to see if like some shit pop up on Fox 6 about your ass.
Holy
like,
shit.
If you were involved.
Has that ever happened?
I don't know if I could say this on the show. Not with somebody I was dating. I probably shouldn't say this.
But
Don't say it.
you've learned that this is a good thing to do, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's all you
And
got.
we'll leave it at
That's all you
that.
got to say.
We'll just leave it at that.
Whoa.
Right.
So, I don't know if y'all knew that this was the name of this healthcare legislation that they was trying to
Oh,
pass.
boy.
But the world's greatest healthcare plan of 2017 fucking
damn
failed.
lie.
It is
That
not a lie. That is the name
called.
of it. It is.
Who the,
That was the name
I
of
thought
it.
it was like the
Paul
American-
Ryan had been calling it the blanket American Healthcare Act or Healthcare Reform Act.
Yeah.
But the one that they were going to have a meeting on that got canceled was called the world's greatest healthcare plan of 2017.
That's so Trump.
That bitch failed. And it gave me a little hope in government and in the people's involvement in this shit.
Yep.
You're so optimistic.
I'm with you on.
I agree.
They could have easily. Those Republicans could have easily said, "Let's just do it." It could have easily went.
They
through.
could.
And
I know.
They were strong enough to be like, "This is shit."
Yes, but the reason I'm not as optimistic is the reasons why they weren't for it. They weren't for it because it was going to be shitty to poor people and old people. They weren't for it because of some of the stuff that was still in there. Like they don't give a fuck about the old and the uninsured, the poor people. They don't care nothing about them. It was the stuff that was left in that they didn't agree with that was the reason.
But the reasons that the moderates that wouldn't change their no's to yes was because they didn't want to go back home to their constituents, to these town hall meetings,
They
and
was
have to
already
deal with
getting
these
their
people.
ass,
Yeah, and so the fact that people went to town hall meetings, talked about their displeasure with this thing,
Right.
and communicated it to them, kept them from putting a yes on that piece of paper. And that's how it made me feel like we had some say in the government. And this is the first time that I can remember seeing it happen and seeing it develop in this way. Now now what we saw was a big split in the Republican Party in terms of you got Paul Ryan type legislators who just been saying we're gonna repeal Obamacare for the last 7 years without a plan.
Yeah.
But then you got the Freedom Caucus, which are very conservative, which don't want shit that the Affordable Care Act have.
Right.
Which this healthcare plan had a lot of what the Affordable Care
It's the
Act.
same
and that's why
thing.
they didn't like it. And that's why they voted against it.
But the moderates, the Freedom Caucus ain't enough to have kept it from passing.
Oh yeah, no. I
Like
know
the
a
moderates
lot
could
of
have
them.
passed it if they would have said
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, Trump came out threatening people.
Yeah, I heard about that. I was
saying
gonna say
stuff
that.
like, y'all gonna have to deal with me if y'all don't, switch it
Who
up.
the fuck are you?
So
sir?
He the fucking asshole tweeting president. He is somebody now. I don't say he ain't somebody in the context of what he can do to their careers if he choose to do something to their
You
careers.
trying to run it like the mob?
But the truth is, I don't think Donald Trump cares. But the thing is, in your first 200 days of your presidency, you want to try to enact legislation that is the most likely to pass.
right.
Because once that window closes, it gets harder after them 200 days.
Yeah, he was trying to
pass
go off his
anything
momentum.
else. Yeah, and so since this didn't get passed, what they're likely going to do now is move on to either taxes or infrastructure. I think what they're going to do is take this as an L, go to taxes and infrastructure, and Republicans, what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to sit down and come up with it took President Obama 4 or 5 years to come up with a plan. They said spent 7 years just saying we're gonna repeal this with no replacement. And now it's here, and they came up with something in 3 weeks.
That makes no sense.
No.
They were
That's
trying to
that's
put
government for you.
They were trying to put a work requirement on Medicaid. That like really. So I mean, They were trying all kind of little.
Do they know who's actually on the stuff? Like,
No, they don't know. They just think it's an entitlement and nobody should be on it. That's what they think. And so that shit failed, but it still do have implications for what's going to happen in the future. Because they had to come, like Paul Ryan said, look, Obamacare is the law of the land now.
Yeah.
You know, this didn't pass. It's over. Trump was like, you know, if y'all don't pass this, Obamacare just going to stay. You know?
What kind of threat is that?
And people were just like, well,
Okay,
that's not bad.
yeah, all right.
We just go roll with it.
That's
then.
like I saw this on one of the late night shows, but that's like your kids acting up and you being like, all right, if y'all don't stop it, we going to Disney World.
well, I guess we got to keep on going.
I gotta say something about. I ain't supposed to be talking about Trump until the first of the month, but as far as these, I've been watching a lot of CNN. As far as like these leaks go, and because the FBI director Comey came out and said that they are officially investigating whether there's ties between the Trump administration and Russia. And
I thought they said everything was clear. Like he didn't have any ties to him.
No, that's what he said.
Last week. This was last week.
Okay.
Yeah, he tweeted out and said that they said that, but they didn't.
Yeah, they are
fake
officially
news.
Yeah,
investigating that.
Okay.
And the talking points on CNN from Republicans is that Hillary had way more ties with Russia than, you know, Donald Trump. And I'm like, that's like fucking saying I'm friends with the person that shot me. Like, it don't fucking matter if they were my friend. They fucking shot me, bruh.
Yeah.
Like, with Hillary, it don't matter how many fucking ties she got to Russia, bruh. They fucked her chances up. Stop using that as a talking point.
Did the Russians, though? I feel like Hillary Clinton did herself in for the most part.
Look, Hillary Clinton definitely had odds against her, but when you talk about Director Comey coming out 10 days saying that they're investigating her, when you talk about Russia intentionally leaking DNC stuff but withholding because they hacked everybody. They hacked Republican and DNC, but they held the Republican shit so nobody could access it and then just released the negative shit about the DNC.
Right.
And so that is manipulating the election. So she has some shit against her, but we'd be naive to think that those things didn't affect her negatively in the perception of a lot of people.
Very true.
Because there was a lot of people at the polls who was in the line and didn't know who they would vote for. When shit like that come out, it kind of sway you one way versus the
You
other.
write down Harambe.
Yeah. Or anything is possible.
Don't give Harambe.
But yeah.
Wasted a damn vote for that.
I mean, so we still got a little hope in the government.
I mean, it just really showed me that if we get involved, if we do, you know, let them know that, you know, you ain't gonna be getting your ass back elected if you don't give us health care like we need. If you vote a yes on this stuff, you're gonna seal your fate. And you know what?
Don't come back.
That's how you play a politician's desire to have power against them.
Right.
You know, show them the risk of losing that power.
Yeah. Checks and balances.
Yeah, and I think that's what happened. Like, when the people get out there and say, look, we the ones that vote for you. We want health care. Don't vote yes for that shit. Or find something that's going to help us.
Right.
I feel like this administration is actually going to do a lot. It's going to have people doing this a lot more now since everybody really hates the president.
Yeah, we really see how involved we have to be.
Yeah, like I feel like with the presidency that we have and the cabinet that we have now, I think people are going to get more involved because it's kind of fucked up.
I mean, there's a travel ban.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's a travel.
I
I'm using my executive order.
Yeah, in air quotes. I'm just saying.
I just feel like now more than ever we have to get involved because now we got a president that was a reality show host. So I just feel like that's needed. We have to do this now. It's mandatory that we get out there and we make our voices heard now so they can actually start changing some shit. I feel like when they said that healthcare reform, that bill was shot down, I was like, I can't believe it. I was like, this is crazy.
I thought they legit was gonna be able to pass that jump.
Me too.
They wanted to.
Me too.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, I can't believe that this happened.
I mean, it was ass. I mean, what I thought was gonna happen was they was gonna just take Obamacare, put
and
Trump
rename
care on it,
yeah,
and then go with it from there.
Right.
But they tried to come up with something that wasn't researched enough, wasn't supported enough, and now, I mean, it don't really sound like you're going to be able to make everybody happy regardless. But see, the difference between Paul Ryan and Boehner is that which was the last Republican Speaker of the House, Boehner realized that he needed to get Democrat support if he wanted stuff to go his way.
Right.
See, Paul Ryan got all the Democrats voting no and wasn't concerned with catering to them. He got to come up with a new strategy if he don't want this to happen again, because there is too much division in the Republican Senate. Like, it's too much division. When you got the Freedom Caucus, when you got the moderates, when you got the Tea Partiers, when you got all of these different groups who have their own idea of what they want to happen, he got to do something different.
Keep happening. Yeah,
that's odd too, because Republicans usually move together in the same direction.
Well, I mean, you gotta look at who's the president now. You know, half of them didn't want him as the president, so that's why they fighting each other.
A lot of times, everybody will be like, "Oh, those Republicans, they just move together,"
right?
And they usually talk about the Democrats like they an old project family. You know, they always fighting. You know, Jefferson going to jail this week. Can't stand him. But you know, like, for the Republicans to be kind of divided, it's hard for me to even say that, because it doesn't seem.
I love it.
You know what I'm saying? That I've never really seen the Republicans be divided.
Those
like
have
that.
mainly been talking points, but the reason that they're divided is because of Trump.
Right.
Because you know what? If Trump never came out and said, we're going to get this plan out in 2 months, everybody's going to keep their insurance, everybody's going to keep Medicaid. He put a group of Republicans in the position of having to follow through with what he said the people were going to have.
You just can't do that.
Because people started holding Donald Trump accountable for the things that he said that he wasn't going to change. And you can't do that. I mean, this stuff he's saying in snap decisions and rallies and in tweets, and he's not thinking about this stuff, but you making Paul Ryan create legislation that goes against the core of what they want. Paul Ryan didn't want that to be what it was. He didn't want to keep most of that stuff, but he's the Speaker of the House. He do have to do some of the bidding of the president. You know? It's just that bidding in the bidding wasn't going to appease all of these different small groups within the Republican Party.
I love it, especially having a podcast. This just gives us more information, more entertainment, more topics.
Listen, the thing is, Donald Trump is going to get better at the stuff that he's doing. He gonna get better at his lies. He gonna get better at his tweeting. He gonna get better at a lot of this stuff. So they gonna attack reform again later.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a better legislation, one that more conservatives can get behind and more conservatives can be a part in creating. You know, so
well,
I mean, don't look at this situation as crashing and burning now, because they gonna get their game plan together. They just got to get used to Donald Trump.
And this is the first sign that we've seen a weakness on Donald Trump, period. I mean, every other scandal.
His cabinet is a weakness.
Well, we know that, but everything else he's been doing,
Ain't none of them fools smart.
he's like untouchable for the most part.
Is he?
He's like untouchable for the most part.
There's really nothing he been doing that's been showing progress.
He ain't been doing nothing.
Well, he been taking credit for other things that have been implemented
already
by the previous administration.
Right.
You know, that's what he been doing.
Except for that one strike where that guy died. You know, he didn't want no parts of that.
But he still blamed the generals.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
know, that's under his administration. You know. And then he always come back around and say something like, you know, Obama had planned this already, or
yeah, that's what
the
I'm
previous
saying.
Administration already wanted this to be done. Like, he gonna keep trying to make President Obama the scapegoat. He ain't gonna be able to do that for too long.
Typical white man.
Angela Merkel,
yeah.
the governor, the German ambassador. I read a report today that he handed her a $300 billion invoice for the amount of money that Germany is supposed to have been putting into NATO. It was just some made up invoice. And that's not how NATO works.
This is money that the Germans owed NATO, that they're supposed to pay them to
yeah,
be a part
you know, NATO is a whole treaty that every country that's a part of it is supposed to put money in, and it's for protection from everybody, pretty much.
And Donald Trump gave the Germans a bill.
Yeah, because he thought that they were supposed to be paying us for protection.
Wow.
It was a whole thing. Like, they had to respond to
this.
it. They had to respond to it by saying, you know, that's not how NATO works, Donald Trump.
Like, get this shit out of here.
Like,
he's stupid.
I'm just afraid that he gonna call an international incident by accident.
Yeah.
Because he's stupid.
So they're working on ways of getting him impeached. I don't know if y'all heard about that. They trying to make it like a 2-year president.
I mean, I'm terrified of that happening, because if he gets impeached, it's gonna be fucking Pence. Who the fuck wants that?
That was gonna be my question.
But see, I don't think Pence is worse. I've said that I think Pence was worse on a previous podcast. But as extreme as Pence is, he is still a career politician.
Oh, I got you.
He is still going to cater to what his constituents and the people in his party wants.
Right.
All of his moves pretty much are going to be able to be as predictable as any other Republican.
Yeah,
I don't think he's going to try to do shit like build no wall. He just, I mean, what he going to do though, from his conservative Christian nature, is he going to keep trying to go hard at abortion.
Right.
He going to keep trying to go hard at
But
all
we
of
can
those
handle that.
Christian
That ain't
stances.
nothing.
That's new.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's going anywhere as long as they have that dialogue as it pertains to abortion. But, you know, I think he'd be predictable. I mean, thinking about it, I think Pence will be, you know, better. I used to say an unpredictable Trump is better than a predictable Pence, but just considering that he's a career politician, I think that his decisions will be aligned with what we will come to expect.
We honestly don't know what Trump's going to do. And that's the issue.
I mean, because at least he would know to research stuff. At least he wouldn't tweet. At least he wouldn't accidentally cause international incidents. At least he would communicate with all of his agencies. At least he won't invalidate our intelligence agencies. Right. Like, what does it look like to the rest of the world for Donald Trump to say our intelligence agencies ain't doing right, ain't good? Like, he not thinking about the national security that he put us in.
All he cares about is how he looks.
You know, this about the FBI, this about the CIA, and all these different agencies. Like, he's fucking up.
Y'all voted for him.
I did.
I did not.
I know. I just like saying it.
We're screwed. We're just completely screwed.
We ain't screwed, man.
Nah, it's getting better. We're getting some results out of it. The people are finally waking up. We seeing that this isn't the person we want. They gonna get him out. Hopefully.
I mean,
shout out to Snoop Dogg. His clown video.
I like that video. I mean, that's just me though.
Sorry. I remember that from y'all last episode. I wanted to throw that shout out there because it was so tight.
Bang.
Bang.
Snoop Dogg, stupid.
All right, Tammy Lobotomy. Let's talk about her.
It's Lauren.
I can't say her name.
Tommy Lauren.
That's why I call her Tammy Lobotomy. So Tammy Lobotomy, because I'm not listening to you.
Lauren, ma'am.
So Tammy Lobotomy, put her foot in her mouth, basically.
All in the mouth.
And found out that she is not untouchable and that she only had a job because she was doing what they wanted her to do. And as soon as she stopped doing that, they let her fuck.
Curbed her.
Technically, she's just permanently banned.
Suspended.
Not fired.
What the fuck is the difference?
You ever been permanently suspended from a job?
Well,
Did you continue to get checks?
Exactly.
No.
Okay.
Exactly.
She made some statements about being pro-abortion, pro-choice, and she also said something about the conservatives.
You know, pro-abortion is different than pro-choice.
I was thinking that.
It really
You for
is.
abortions. You
Like,
pro-choice, you giving them the option.
Ain't nobody just want abortion.
Oh, well, pro-choice.
Like,
It's like, I want to kill people.
I mean, the people who are pro-choice don't want babies to die, but they would rather still give a person the choice in this situation.
She's pro-choice, sorry. She's such a horrible person that just...
Man, she's pro-abortion.
I want to make... Yeah, exactly. She's pro-choice. And she also was talking about the conservatives. And first they suspended her for like a week. And then this morning I saw they let her ass go from her show The Blaze.
She's permanently suspended, man. Just suspended.
That bitch got fired. You can say it in all the nice little. You can say it in all the nice little white terms that you want to. Bottom line is that bitch got fired from her little show.
So my thoughts on this was, since Megyn Kelly has left a vacuum on Fox, I feel like Tommy is gonna be the perfect fit for that. Like, she's already outshining everybody on the Blaze network.
Yeah.
So
that's because she's a little blonde white girl.
Yeah, but this is a career move for her.
Bruh, Fox News, after what she said, is not finna let her on. Like, she snubbed the Republicans. She gotta go somewhere else. I mean, now the reason,
go to YouTube?
I mean, somewhere. I mean, somebody will hire her.
Right.
But because she has a mass following.
She has a huge following.
She will have a bunch of people going to whatever group hires her, so they looking for it. But Fox
How
News,
much of her following was offended by what she said?
Yeah.
probably not a lot.
I don't know, bro.
She's getting more of a younger crowd.
Some like extreme right wingers. She dealing with. I mean,
but younger,
man.
Like
younger,
her major following came from her YouTube channel
Facebook
before she
and
went
all
to the
that.
Blaze. Like her Facebook post before she went to the Blaze. So you're talking about people that are younger, people that have access to social media, and people that watch their news on the internet
But
more so than anywhere else.
Hasn't it come out that the stuff that she was saying prior to being on this show was different anyway? Like
Yeah,
she
she
was
was
saying
definitely. She
stuff.
had like she was on a liberal
She
show.
always
Okay.
flipping flopping.
You know,
So if she got a bunch of liberal young people following her,
I mean, I don't think the people following her are liberal. I think that the stuff that she was doing before the
Right.
before that Facebook stuff was liberal. Like they found some news segments that she was on when she was in college, I think, that were liberal outlets, and she was giving her opinions then. It's hard to know if she was masking the conservative version of herself then, and now she who she is, or she was who she was then, and she's just portraying a liberal person now. I think
she's portraying.
She's portraying. Yeah, I mean,
I think she's portraying a conservative now.
Yeah.
wasn't she on The View when this happened? Like when she made those comments and whatnot.
Yeah.
So she was
Yeah.
trying to like play both sides of the
Can't
fence.
do that shit.
Well,
I don't know. Wait a minute, man, because she ain't never really just any show that she's been on. If you've seen her, she's never tried to play both sides. She's always tried to justify anything that she said on her show. So I really feel like that was some.
I think she's seen the writing on the wall though.
She was the most popular person on the Blaze Network.
Yeah, and it's time for a career move.
No,
So she's like, you know, I'm not too bad about abortion. Y'all do what y'all want to do.
I guess what we don't know is whether she knew that this would get the outcry that it did,
Right.
or whether she was just saying how she feel and she misspoke and it got the outcry that it did. Because I mean, the issue wasn't that she said she was pro-choice. The issue is that she said she don't understand how conservatives can say that they believe in limited government and say that they're pro-life, meaning that the government gets to dictate
Choose.
what happened with a woman's body. That's not the definition of limited government.
Right.
And so she pretty much snubbed that whole ideology, and that's a big ideology.
I kind of agree with her stance though.
I do too.
Okay. Just,
I could
just
support
throwing
it
that
if
out
it
there.
came out somebody else's mouth, though.
I'm just throwing that out there.
I mean, no,
Yeah.
I feel you. It's just some black folks saying that. That's
I mean, I'm a libertarian.
I mean, I could support it if it came out somebody else's mouth. It's just her saying it is a problem because
Yeah.
she done a lot of damage to a lot of different groups.
Don't nobody
and
like
invalidating a lot of
Tammy
perspectives.
Lobotomy. That's her name.
I agree. Nobody likes
Tommy
her.
Lauren, man.
This is a career
Tommy
career
Lauren.
move for her.
Not gonna say her name.
That's all right. I'll just say it for you. That's okay.
Y'all seen Charlemagne book?
Yeah,
It ain't
black
out yet.
privilege.
It'll come out to April.
For real? It's
Yes.
on Amazon?
Yeah, you can
It's
pre-order it
pre-order.
right now.
That was pre-order? Man, I
Yeah.
thought that was buying it.
Black privilege
I was-
comes to
I
those
got-
who
I
make
gotta
it or
get
something like that.
Yeah,
Bruh,
I'm getting it.
I couldn't. I couldn't.
Why couldn't you? I'm not buying it, but
It's fucking Charlemagne.
it is Charlemagne.
You know,
But I just want to know
ain't-
why he doesn't
don't get me
want
wrong,
it.
Charlemagne do say some profound stuff that is some good stuff.
I feel like that is accidental.
Well, when he like if you
He
watch
didn't-
his
he didn't
video-
write that book.
Listen, if you watch his interviews on like DJ Vlad's couch, they different than him on the Breakfast
Yeah,
Club.
Right.
Yeah.
Like if you listen to his
Brilliant
podcast,
Idiots.
I listen
Brilliant
to it,
Idiots,
yeah.
he's different than he is on the Breakfast Club. He's just the most you gonna see him on the Breakfast Club. That's the most exposure he gonna get. He different, and he being different on purpose. I don't necessarily care for that, but just the fact that it's called black privilege is going to validate the perspective of a lot of white people that believe black privilege exists when it don't. He always like I don't think he understands what white people are trying to do when they talk about black privilege existing.
Because they
think-
don't know the definition of privilege. We
Yeah,
talked about this.
I think he was doing that to be provocative to
Wait.
get people to pick it up.
Wait.
Like black
Hold on.
privilege. What is this crap?
But it's the title of the book is
Black privilege comes to those who make it, or something like that. Something to that extent.
the book has a longer title than that, and it's like principles.
Black privilege opportunity comes to those who create it.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean I get the title. Like I don't.
Black privilege, though.
no, the opportunity comes to those that make it. Okay, the black
But
privilege
black
part,
privilege is the
absolutely
part.
not.
That's the
No.
issue. Because you're privileged, that means you're guaranteed to
Come
get
on,
something.
No.
What is black privilege then, Cole?
Huh?
What is
Not
black
getting
privilege?
killed by the police. It's black.
That
privilege.
doesn't happen,
It
though.
doesn't happen. Black privilege doesn't exist. That's the point.
I think that's why he. I think that's why he titled the book that way, though.
But when people say shit like
You
that,
gonna let us know?
yeah, because
he gonna read it.
I'm gonna read it.
You gotta do a book report on the Gubmint Name
That's
podcast.
fine. I'll do it.
There you go.
I think it's gonna be a good book. I think. For me, I think Charlemagne does what he does on the Breakfast Club, but when you see him outside of the Breakfast Club, kind of like what Mr. On Point just said, he says some different. He's a different type dude. I feel like the book. I don't think the book is 100% written by him, and I feel like he might be what's the? He's like a figurehead for the book for somebody who actually wrote it. You know what I'm saying? To get because the book's already #1 bestseller. He ain't even the book. That's all pre-orders. You get what I'm saying?
The title invalidates what actually happened. Like to say that opportunity comes to those that make it, it invalidates all of the shit that you have to do in order to succeed in America as a black person. It invalidates that by saying, oh, well, if you make the opportunities present, they'll be there. And if you're not being successful, it's because you're not making the opportunities present. And that's the same shit as when white people said, just pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
Come on now.
Well,
we all gotta hustle. You know good and damn well if you. To me,
why do you have to hustle so much? So that's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Okay, so what's privilege about being black?
There isn't. That's the point.
I look at that as just the title of the book.
That's what I'm saying.
Words matter.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Words matter.
If he titled this Black Privilege because he wants white people to buy his book and read it and stuff, and it goes into challenging the concept of black privilege, fine. I'm just not. I don't think that's the case because I don't say that's the case, but all of that dialogue he had with Tommy Lauren and taking that picture with her and talking about how black women don't have talking about her praising her because she got a platform and put herself up there, but black women ain't doing the same thing. Right. It's not as if black women aren't trying. She's just a young white girl that got it coming easy to her because white America will put her on that platform.
But y'all, I mean, everybody in here is pretty intelligent. Everybody's intelligent as fuck. Yeah. Y'all know good and damn well the one way to sell something is to label it a certain way.
We know that. We know that, and that's the issue that we're having.
I mean, it's just a title to
words
get
matter though.
I don't look at it.
What I'm saying is, I'm reserving judgment after you read that book. We either gonna say you wrong or you either gonna say we wrong.
Right.
It's one of them two. I'm reserving judgment to know. I'm just not inclined to believe through his past behavior that it's gonna be the way that I think it need to be addressing black privilege.
I feel that.
I think he really kind of believed that. I don't think he believe in the concept of black privilege like white people believe in it. Yeah. But if he do have that, pull yourself up by your bootstraps mentality and black can't hold you back, I can't support that.
I feel that.
Because that absolutely, it's so much more, it's harder. And you can't invalidate the struggle that it takes to get to the same level as a white person in America. Your journey ain't gonna be the same. It don't matter. Like, it's gonna be different. It's gonna look different. It's gonna feel different. And even when you get to that spot, you still gonna be treated different than somebody in an equal position, making equal money as you, because you black. And I just don't like when people invalidate that shit or try to make it seem like black folks are just complaining. Now, some people do just use shit as an excuse, but for the most part, it is more difficult being black in America, and it is more difficult to succeed here and be black. And I just don't like for people to invalidate that. And the whole black privilege thing fucking invalidates that, at least the way white people use it. I don't know how he gonna use it in the book,
and
but
that's the thing. Like, none of us has read the book. Y'all already have your ideas. Like, I ain't reading that shit. Fuck it.
No,
I want to read it because I seriously think that title is just it's
bait. A hook. Yeah,
it's bait. For people to be like, oh, well, let me see what's going on with this, and then it's gonna challenge all the stuff it's just gonna challenge people.
What about the white people who ain't gonna read it and just gonna use it as an example? Because they do that, right?
But
because
when do white people not use certain things as an example against us, and it be some bullshit? You know what I'm saying?
That one I'm thug.
They do that all the time. That's an everyday thing. You might want some J's. Oh, he's got to be from he doesn't take care of his kids. He got
no. What I mean is use it as a justification for them saying black privilege.
What I'm saying is
all kinds of stuff to justify justify what they can say because they want to say it. They do that. If you black, that's every day.
Damn.
That's every day.
Yeah.
You know, everybody in here know if you're
Yeah.
black, that's every day.
But you're assuming
So-
that they're gonna read the book and come out feeling a different way about it, or that they're gonna purchase the book and be like, you know what, I've been fucking up all of this time. Like,
Yeah,
I
ain't
don't
nobody gonna
know.
learn.
I don't know
What's
that
gonna
it's gonna
happen
have
is
that.
white people gonna say, "Hey, Cole Jackson 12 at Twitter." Twitter was 12. Cole Jackson underscore 12.
Are you saying that so they can direct?
How you gonna correct me
Oh,
and it be
shit, I
wrong?
don't fucking know.
I had it
She
right.
was giving the Instagram.
Oh,
So were you saying that so they can direct their hate to him? Is that what you're doing? Is that a
Cole
sub?
Jackson 12 at Twitter. What about this book? It say black privilege. Oh yeah, on page 36 it say white people ain't shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that might be what that book is. If
Yeah.
they bring it up, the content of the book gonna invalidate their reason for bringing it up, because it's not gonna be about what they think it's about just because it's titled
Right.
black privilege. I hope that's the case. I hope they don't have it and be like, page 36 say y'all need to pick y'all ass up by y'all bootstraps.
Right.
I just don't know which one it's gonna be because it's Charlemagne.
Controversy sells. Controversy and sex sells. That is a controversial book title, and it's all, like I said
Yeah.
before. If you look up
I
right
mean, that's
now,
great
it's
for
a
him. It's great for him. But if he talking shit about black folks in it, that's fucked up for us.
It
It's
is.
still great for him
I
because
don't-
he made the money.
And like I said before, I don't really even think that he wrote that book.
Doesn't
I see-
matter.
I feel
He the
like-
one getting the money from it though. Even if he didn't write it.
Well, if he didn't write the book, I feel like it's more likely that it's gonna be something that I would like for it to be.
Exactly.
To be honest.
And like I said before, it's one of those things. I think the reason why I want to read it is because of the time. I'm like, I want to read this. This is some weird. That's a weird ass title. I want to see what's going on with it.
You can come back and do a book report
I don't have
for
a
us.
problem with that. I'm gonna actually go.
You
to
got
the
your
bookstore
assignment. You
and
know
get-
you're
and
home.
get the book. Because I just think it's gonna be an interesting read. That's just me personally.
I hope you don't be
He's
in
supposed
your,
to be doing the audio version.
I hope you don't be in
Narrated by
your
him.
apartment throwing shit around, man. After you read this
You
shit.
gotta put your hands on me before I start reading. Like, when put their hands on me, different. Read the book, whatever.
Well, we have met our time quota.
Oh Lord.
So, I mean, anybody else got anything else on your mind?
I just want to quickly say that the girls missing in DC is a fucked up situation, and sometimes we have to make sure that we stay on top of news that matters, because obviously it is not being advertised as it should, or it's not being shown as much as it should. There's 34 girls missing in DC now.
I have to. It's a lot of misinformation in that situation.
That's what I was gonna say too.
So if y'all want to hear about that, y'all gonna have to listen to Gubmint Name podcast, because that's what we finna go and get on. All right.
Yep.
I appreciate y'all gentlemen for joining us.
Thank
in
you
this
for having
episode.
Thanks for having us again, man.
Yeah,
It's
man.
always a good time.
I feel like an official podcast, man. We guess.
Look at
You
that.
know, we been guess. Yeah, me. We going on our second year of podcast, and you can check us out on bynkradio.net.
Yeah, you can catch this on. Well, we ain't finished you.
I'm just gonna say you can find me. I'm Real Shogun Beats on Twitter and also on Instagram.
I am at Cole Jackson12 on Twitter and Cole Jackson _BYK on Instagram.
And they tweets and shit.
Yeah.
Unlike somebody.
When I'm
On
not
point.
working. Damn.
Okay, so you went
She
for
put
the
a name on it on that
She
one,
did
dog.
the sneak this last time.
Let me tell you something. When on point tweet, it be real.
Yeah,
it be some like
You gonna
I can't
Remy-
believe it.
she-
The
he gonna Remy
government
Ma
doing
your
this.
ass.
I'm like, oh shit, like, oh shit, this brother won't. I feel like he just tweeted some.
Hey, that's
bullshit.
what it is. 150 characters ain't enough.
Yeah,
Don't get here no excuses. He need to tweet.
his tweets be
You was on me about tweeting, then I started tweeting. You stopped.
Still got 40 different cats I can be sending your ass if that's what you want to do.
I'm petty enough. I join in.
Don't do that.
Those some cat.
Collaboration.
No cats. Don't
Appreciate
send me
it,
no
though.
fucking cats.
Oh Lord.
Anyway, until we come to the next conversation,
We out.
holla.